Yeah, we're back with football again, and today we're going to be previewing the big Champions League game at Stamford Bridge tomorrow between Chelsea and Barcelona. And with me to do that preview is Saeed and Mustafa. My name is Tila Falabia. Welcome to another football show.
Welcome. Barcelona is a good team, but they should be worried. Number one, they don't do well in Stamford Bridge. I don't know when the last time they played. It's been more than 10 years or so, but they don't do well. People will say, oh, it's 10 years later, nothing should change. But Barcelona is a team right now that can go hot or cold, but they're going to be playing a Chelsea team, which is hot right now, which has, I think, right now, given the injuries that Barcelona has a superior midfield, and they're going to be playing in Stamford Bridge. You're going to have Caicedo and Fernandez, and in midfield for Barcelona, Gavi and Pedri are gone. That's going to cut some of their options. Olmo is also not going to be there. So their midfield, they're going to have the young back who's good for as almost like a central DM. He's more like a CDM, but they're not going to have a lot of creativity and holding in the midfield. So, and the main worry for Barcelona is number one, playing in Stamford Bridge. And Barcelona's already not doing too well on the road. And then at the same time, the way that they play with their high line, that's going to be something that plays right to the strengths of Chelsea that likes to go forward. So this is going to be an iffy game. I think that because Barcelona can score a lot too, they've got Lewandowski, they've got on the right, they've got Yamal, then they'll have uh Rashford, who's not bad on the left. I see this as being score for score. 3-3, 2-2, 4, maybe no, not 4-4, but 3-3. Or but with if any team is going to win this match, it's going to be Chelsea. So I'm going to predict Chelsea win or draw, but either way, it's going to be high scoring because Chelsea is going to score a lot on that high line, and also Barcelona with Yamal and those guys find ways to score. The only thing is Rafinha is not there, so Barcelona's offense may not be at 100%. But with Lewandowski and Rashford on the wing, all he has to do is get that ball central to Yamal or Lewandowski. What are your thoughts at Falabi?
Yeah, I think yeah, it's a big miss for Rafinha. Rafinha won't be there, but I think Rashford is more than able to deputize
Yeah,
for Rafinha in that position. He's been playing with a lot of freedom and
yeah.
with guile ever since he joined Barcelona. Olmo is back. Olmo played against Athletic Club
The
at
Omo, I think he's missing this game. He's not going to play this game. I'm not sure.
okay,
I think they said he has an injury. Yeah,
injury, okay. So basically, I think the key man for Barcelona in that midfield will be Frankie de Jong. You know, Frankie de
yeah.
Jong can do the work of a CDM as well as an attacking midfielder. He's an elite, press resistant player. He will knit everything together, break play and play line breaking passes. So everything will come through Frankie de Jong. If Frankie de Jong has a good game, I think Barcelona will play well. Like you rightly mentioned, Barcelona play with their defensive line very high. So they're going to ask the fullbacks, Balde and Kunde, to try and tuck in when they lose the ball because the duo of Fernandez and Caicedo are going to be scrapping anything they can get in the midfield. I don't think Chelsea will try and go toe to toe with Barcelona because they know when it comes to possession, they are tidy, they can play through any kind of space. So I think Chelsea will sit in a mid block and choose their opportunities to press Barcelona. But I think where the interesting matchups will be Lamine against Cucurella. And then, of course, the other guy, what they call his name, Rashford against Reece James. I think Lamine and Rashford will be very key for Barcelona because they're going to have to stretch the Chelsea defense and pull their center backs apart to find space in behind them. And I think it's a welcome news for them to have Lewandowski. Chelsea will get chances, but the question is, will they put away those chances? You can bet your life that Lewandowski will be able to, be clinical enough to put away his chances. But Chelsea have a young striker in Liam Delap, and João Pedro is just settling down there. So I think Chelsea will have chances, but the question is, will they put it away? So I still
Yeah,
feel
they're missing Cole Palmer. If Palmer was playing,
your
then it would be
Palmer
a
is
different
not
story.
playing, so there's no kind
Yeah,
of creativity in the midfield. So I feel Barcelona scored a lot of goals. Their problem is defensively. So I think
because of the high.
Barcelona will be a very big threat for Chelsea. The question is when Barcelona lose the ball, are they able to defend the space behind the fullbacks? And I think the way they can do this is to ask Balde and Kunde to talk in. If they can talk in and be a bit more careful, I think they have a chance here. But like you said, Mustafa, away at Seville and away at Real Madrid, they really struggled.
Yeah, and the question also is going to be because they don't have Pedri in midfield and they don't have Gavi, so Casado's going to have to. Is Casado a midfielder or defensive? He's midfield,
Casado is a
defensive midfield.
defender. But they have
Defender.
Fermin Lopez. They have Fermin
Yeah,
Lopez who can
they have
play
Lopez
like
and Torres might play. Torres might play
and
in
Torres might
midfield.
play as well. Yeah.
Who's kind of creative. He's sort of, well, not really creative. He's more of a scorer. He can play a false nine at times. So I'm thinking that the midfield will be a battle. I give a slight edge to Chelsea for midfield, especially since they're playing home. But this will be a close one. What do you predict the score will be?
I think 2-1 to Barcelona.
Okay, so you think they can overcome the home field?
For sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking the other way. Yeah.
Barcelona can score goals. They will create chances and they will score goals.
But the question is, will they give up because of their high line? We'll see what happens. It just depends. Some days they execute it perfectly. Some days they make mistakes. What are your thoughts, Mr. Saeed?
Yeah, Mr. Falabi has done a very, very, very great analysis, man. Like most of the points I actually had in mind, he already pointed it out. But anyway, in order for me to add to it, so if I'm saying if Caicedo for Chelsea, because that's the person that I'm looking for, if he can have a very good game, I think Barcelona is beatable to me. And Yamal, if he can hold on to Yamal, or if they can find a way to mark him out, if Yamal can't do one or two moves or being creative in that match, I think Chelsea, because going by the head-to-head,
I don't think they can shut down.
They can. If they can manage to put a two-man to him, he's markable.
Let me tell you something about Yamal. Yamal, let me tell you something. The problem is that Yamal will have to play in the midfield and support the midfield, so he won't strike. But when Yamal,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that when Yamal intends to, so what I'm trying to say is if Yamal doesn't do well, it won't be because they shut him down. It's because he's going to have other duties, and they're not going to be using him in an attacking position. Because if they do, they'll open themselves up to the midfield. You see the difference I'm saying, Afolabi? It's not that they can shut down Yamal. The question is, how will Yamal be forced to function in that game? Because if he has to do work, just like when Spain beat England, Yamal didn't score a lot of goals. No, when Spain beat France, he didn't score a lot of goals because he was busy tracking back to Mark, what's his name? The French, Mbappe. But so what I'm trying to say is that, but if Yamal is on the wing, I haven't seen anybody shut him down when he's attacking, especially in 1v1, or even if they on the break, and he can actually dribble. We've seen times in which Yamal dribbles like Maradona, but from the wing. Do you get what I'm saying, Afolabi?
That is exactly what I'm trying to say. That if they can put a two-man man marking on him, they can force him, instead of him using that wing, they can force him to be making his passes, just like the way.
Yeah, but
Saka,
you remember
we all know we talk about that. They can be pushing him to be passing the ball back to the midfield. That's what I'm saying. They can mark him. Only that they shouldn't allow him to make all these.
What about Lewandowski? Because Lewandowski knows how to find space. So if they double team Yamal,
if Lewandowski is not getting all these killer passes, there is nothing he can practically do. He's a striker. If nobody's feeding him, he's not going to get it.
You have the best passing right winger. He has the best passing right winger in the game to his right, Yamal. So that's all they need. What I'm saying is that Lewandowski, he's just like Haaland. He's able to find space if there's no space. And the question is, can Yamal get it to him? If they double team Yamal, that means they're going to have to bring a defender to grab.
What about Rafinha? Is Rafinha fit?
No, Rafinha is not fit. That's the problem. Yeah. What do you think about him?
Rafinha is not playing. Rafinha is not playing.
Yeah. That's the big difference.
That's why I started my point is, if Caicedo is a very, very good defensive midfielder. If he can have a very good day, I believe there is a way. If at least minimum Chelsea can get a draw, and if they get a draw, is a good result.
But you know that Chelsea are favourites.
Caicedo can
actually on paper.
Yeah, Chelsea are favourites. That's what I'm saying. Like going by head to head, from 2005 to date.
I'm just making
no, not favorite.
You're saying that
since 2005 that they've been meeting each other. Barcelona has only managed to win 3, while Chelsea have won 5, and the rest is draws.
So yes, I agree. It's not a happy hunting ground for Barcelona, but Yamal is a very clever player. He knows when he has to move into midfield. He knows when he has to
He's
stay
smart.
wide. And don't forget, this guy, Frankie de Jong, he can find passes that can break line. So what I feel is that, and then Cucurella and Reece James, who are the Chelsea fullbacks, they like to overlap. So they will create spaces for Barcelona to attack behind them. Is
To penetrate.
Cucurella going to be disciplined enough to stay back? That's just
and the good thing is that
Now
Palmer is not playing.
We are
If Palmer was playing,
we are also underestimating the Chelsea forward too. Remember, they have Neto, they have Pedro, they have
Enzo,
and this is the lab too. So when you are talking about counter attack too, not as if they have fast players too.
Of course.
So if
of course,
I think your scoreline will be best, probably 2-1 or 3-2.
Of course,
They can both counter each other. They both
will be
have
Neto.
fast strikers.
It will be Neto
the game is
against.
But I feel that if Caicedo can be Caicedo.
All right. Okay. So what were you going to say, Afolabi?
Neto versus Kunde. I think Kunde wins every day of the week. But if I say Yamal versus Cucurella, Yamal every day of the week.
Yeah, this will be a fascinating match. What do you think?
Tomorrow's game is going to be an interesting one. The only problem I have with with Chelsea, when they come out, apart from what's this guy Cucurella, I don't see anything special about Chelsea's defense. So if Barcelona can take advantage, if they can be smart, take advantage of Chelsea's defense, I think Barcelona is going to get that one. Then again, the Chelsea, they are forward, like Mr. Falabi said, Enzo and Neto, and also the Brazilian guy and Caicedo. Those guys, that is where, that's where Chelsea, they have their strength. But in their defense, the only person I have trust in Chelsea defense is Cucurella. Even though Arsenal is beating them, I'm just thinking how Saka is going to pass through Cucurella. So it's going to be an interesting one. Then for Yamal, Yamal is still a young chap that is growing. He's not yet matured enough. It's just that he's talented and he has showcased himself earlier. So, when the child is small and you have an experienced player, they know how to mark this guy. By the time they step on him or they tackle him, one kind of tackle, you see that fear will come into him. He might not want to hold the ball. And again, they don't want to give him. Mm-hmm. You said?
I don't think Yamal has fear, and he's also able to dribble. He's able to evade people.
No, he's
not experienced that much. He's good. But see, when for example, somebody like Pepe
let's keep it very real. This guy right now, they've even said he's the best dribbler in football right now, Yamal. When you look at some of the, he's able to glide in between players and break them down, and he's smart. He's not going to allow these guys to foul him.
Kai said they will not give him that chance. Just watch the game. You mark.
You guys are underestimating Cucurella and Caicedo.
No, that's
Caicedo will mark him out.
Caicedo is not going to be that is not going to be marking Yamal. Caicedo is going to be more forward than Yamal is.
He's a defensive.
You know what?
Defensive midfield. Yamal doesn't play in the midfield.
Go forward.
Yamal
is a forward.
What I'm saying is that
right
Yamal is a forward. He's a forward. And if Caicedo tries to move to come and go after Yamal, Yamal can pass the ball. He's not stupid. He has a high IQ. What do you think of Falabi?
You know what? Let me explain what Chelsea is doing right now. Because Cole Palmer is missing through injury, they are playing two strikers. They are playing João Pedro, who is a striker, as a third midfielder in front of Caicedo and Fernandes. So João Pedro is playing behind Liam Delap. João Pedro is playing behind Liam Delap. João Pedro is a striker. He's not a midfielder. The kind of attacking impetus that Palmer
he's a winger, and they're going to play him in midfield because of injury. Yeah,
so he will have the propensity to move forward and play as a striker. That leaves those two people in the midfield. And with the way Barcelona play, they're going to ask Fernandes and Caicedo to sit in front of the defense. They're not going to have the chance to move forward because Barcelona play with a very high defensive line. So the battle will be between Yamal and the fullback on his side and Rashford and the fullback on his side. Now, is Cucurella disciplined enough to stay with Yamal, or he would have the propensity to overlap and go forward? That's where
the overlap. Yeah, but he
You can
shouldn't.
stay with Yamal. You
He
know,
shouldn't
he's
do that.
strong.
Yeah, he shouldn't because they don't need. Because if they do that, it's like they're
Because I
trying to
saw
score as
this
many goals as
guy, I saw
possible.
this guy at the European Champions League last year, and you would think he
Oh,
was
Gorilla.
24. No,
And you would think he's
Yamal,
a
you
winger.
would think he was 25. I saw him against France. The guy was
Yeah.
unreal. That's how good
This
he
guy
is.
shut down. He marked out Mbappe. Can you imagine a winger?
And this
And
is
he
a
marked
very
out Mbappe.
physical French side.
And
Very
he
physical
gave the
French
assist.
side.
He gave the assist to Torres, who won the game against England for them. No, against France. So Yamal would play. His work rate is crazy. He'll track back, play defense, play midfield, and then from the right, he still assists. That guy is on another level. He's on another
I
level.
feel Chelsea will sit and try and play on the counter attack. That's the strategy they'll try and do because they know Barca will push forward.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyways, this is a good show. So last starts, Mr. Warif. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be an interesting game. I'll give it to Barcelona, but Barcelona should be careful with Chelsea, with like somebody like Neto, Pedro, and what's it called, Enzo. Those are the people that can deliver Chelsea at any time.
Yeah.
So if they can mark out these guys, I think, what's it called, Barcelona, they will have their own, they'll have their day. But they shouldn't forget that they too they have weakness in their defense, Barcelona. So that's just it. They should try and balance the game.
Yeah, sorry, very quickly before we go, because we have to leave soon. But your last thought, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys know that this season, Barcelona has lost 4 games. So let's not try and feel that they can't lose against Chelsea or something. So I'm going to be tipping Chelsea, probably win or draw for Chelsea. So
I predicted that Chelsea would win because
it depends. But win or draw.
Yeah,
I know Chelsea is not going to lose that match.
But I won't be surprised if Barcelona wins also, because what we're doing is we don't have enough. Nobody knows what's going to happen in that game. Let's put it like that. Okay, take us out.
Of course, definitely.
Yeah. So I feel like I said, I think Barcelona will edge it narrowly. Because I think Chelsea will get chances, but the question is, will they finish those chances? Barcelona, I think with Lewandowski, if they get good chances, they will. So that's what I feel. And it's on that note that we round off this preview between Chelsea and Barcelona. It's been a very insightful one with Saeed, Warif, and Mustafa. My name is Stella Falabi. We'll be back probably after the game to discuss this again. Bye for now.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a crazy game.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Okay. See you guys.